저 방금 영상에서도 새로운 거라고는 저 캐로베로스밖에 없잖아요. 나머지 다 에셋 재탕. 플레이 방식은 좀 달라졌지만. 근데 저게 확실히 그냥 모드예요. 모드인데 컨버전스도 봐요. 엘든링 에셋을 재탕해가지고 그냥 플레이 스타일을 바로 바꿔버렸잖아요. 저것도 그냥 에셋 재탕에서 그냥 플레이 스타일을 바꿔버린 건데 저게 모드가 아니면은
Greetings, Master Buresh. I'm Henry of Scallis.
Nice clothes. You've got good taste.
Thank you, Goodman. Christian of Pisek sent me.
Skallets, you say?
You are. Unfortunately, the mining has ceased.
That truly is unfortunate. Christian writes that your family is interested in running a smelter. But I'm not selling any.
I know. I just want to see what it looks like in the smelting works.
Well, if Sir Christian wishes it, I won't deny you the opportunity. With this letter of safe conduct, you'll be able to move around unfettered. But I don't want you disturbing the workers with any unnecessary questions.
Can you tell me what happens with the mined ore in the
We weigh in the delivered ore, and roasting mainly separates sulfur from the ore, which is why the place smells like hell itself. Then the roasted material is smelted in the furnace, and the slag is separated from the matte. The smelting process is repeated until we're left with... It's then cast into bars that can be sold, after we've given the royal share.
How many corves of ore do you process here per day?
We don't measure in corves here. I have several ore merchants working for me. When they deliver it here, we don't measure it by the corf, but weigh by the quintal. We process a large amount here.
How much silver does that make?
That, of course, depends on the quality of the ore we process that day. 20 quintals of ore usually yield about a pound of raw silver. That then yields a harivna of pure silver. We can make between 100 and 200 harivnas of pure silver per day.
Can any silver go missing from here?
That's impossible. Everything is carefully weighed and recorded. Besides, molten silver is rather hard to steal. Once it's cast into...
How many corves were delivered from Horshan, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Why, from Horsham, of all places.
I visited the mine there. They told me they'd extracted quite a large amount.
You're lucky. I have an excellent memory. It was a lot indeed. 90 corves.
God be with you, Goodman.
Don't forget, there are limits to my permission. And above all, mind you don't have an accident. God be with you, sir. Excuse me?
재련소가 근데 어디야? 냄새가 지독하다고 했으니까 어디 뭐 연기가 나와야... 아 저긴가? 아 아까 막 불나는 거 같은 데가 불나는 데 같은 데가 거기구나. 그래서 못 들어갔었구나 저기. 일단은 좀 둘러보고.
My respect. Good doggy, good boy.
재련공 심화? 얘는 이름이 좀 다르네.
So this is how they crush ore in bulk. A quarf here, a quarf there. Now I can see why no one found the large quantity strange. So this is how they crush ore in bulk. A quarf here, a quarf there. Now I can see why no one found the large quantity strange. All the delivered ore is here in one place. Nothing suspicious. It looks like it must be pure silver that's going missing. What does your job actually entail?
You mean smelting? Well, in this crusher, we crush the ore, then we shovel charcoal in, till the stone gets proper roasting, and we do that over and over in other furnace, till we get pure silver out of the ore.
How do you like working in the smelter?
Oh, I cannot complain at all, sir. We get a nice pile of chink from the yield, and we are dry and warm.
What can you tell me about Master Buresh?
I cannot complain about him, sir. He's an honest bloke, and he pays us well. From what I've heard from the other smelters, it's a lot worse elsewhere, like.
Have you noticed anything suspicious around here?
Nothing at all. I graft all day, no time for looking around.
Does any silver go missing from here?
Here, in our smelter, that would mean some of our lads are involved then. You get the rope for that. Look, Sonny, I don't want anything to do with this. Have a chat with Sheem over there. He's not afraid of anything.
애들 신? 신가? 침대 하나만 있는 거 보니까 좀 관리자 침대 냄새 나는데. 이거 없나? 별거 없네.
Are you the fella they call Shima?
You have no business being here. What do you want?
I'm told you know something about the silver that keeps going.
Me? I don't know what you were. Meet me outside in a while. Now you better get out of here before the guards see you.
Fuck. I have to have a piss. You take over here, lads. I'll be right back.
아 맞다. 우리 오늘 좀 일찍 자야 되는데. 내일 아침에 수업을 하는데 뭔가 고요 같은 정보 나올 것 같은데.
Well, can you talk now?
Who are you, fella?
Henry. Sir Christian of Pisac sent me.
The steward of the mint? Because of a rumour. They say silver keeps going...
The silver must be going missing from here. I've been tracking it all the way from the mines.
From the mines? So Sir Christian really has some suspicions. Why should I talk to you about such things?
I'm telling you nothing but the truth. The entries in the books are falsified from the very start. There's more than one person involved in this fraud.
Ah, I thought so. It's Volkmar. He's the head
Volkmar?
smelter. He's what? Recently, he bought stables here in Grund, out of the blue. The entire stables. It's all very suspicious, because he's the one with the best access to the if you want to find out where the silver keeps going missing, but be careful, and keep a weapon close.
Thank you. What is your job entail?
Here in the smelter, the extracted ore horse shit. If I could, I'd fuck off somewhere over the hill.
How do you like working?
It's a shitty fucking job. My backache, you're always breathing stive from... We'll all be crippled wrecks in a few...
What can you tell me about Master Buresh?
Listen, all folks like him care about is life. On the other hand,
What happens to the silver?
the bars are kept under lock and key in a safe place until only the owner of the smelter and a handful of select people are...
에이,
Not this again.
How's your ankle these days?
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. Coffee with
Are you Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit. I know these stables are yours.
You must be the snoop who's sticking his
I
nose.
beg your pardon?
Well, well, well. Don't think we don't know you've been snooping around. Fortunately, Master Buresh warned me about you in time. Your investigation ends. Right here and now.
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in here, pal. Grund is ours.
Take him.
Let's do it then. You'll all die. I don't care how many of you there are. I'll hack you to pieces. And my dog will finally get a proper meal.
Whoa, a tough nut. Where are you going, cowards? You're mine. Take that.
아, 저 망할 똥표 저거, 씨. 한 방에 뒤질 거야?
Now, spill the beans.
Not me. If I didn't play along with him, I'd lose my job. It's true. As Volkmar is my name,
Take it from the beginning.
As head smelter, I test the quality of the silver that's been smelted every day. I have unrestricted access to it. One day, Buresh came to me and said He gave me his man to assist me. I'd take some of the king's silver bars, the books were cooked, so no one found out anything. A few weeks later, he sent me to the mines. I was supposed to make a deal with the new foreman. In the end, I had to force him to cooperate, just like Buresh forced me.
Why didn't Buresh take the silver himself?
The Mint Master's men watch over the transport of the king. Buresh had it all figured out.
Aren't you ashamed to steal from the king?
Which king did I steal from exactly? Wenceslas or Sig? I didn't care, man.
Moving on, where does the unreported silver go?
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna, where nobody ever goes. Buresh has a secret.
예, 쿠투나 근처?
They counterfeit coins in there.
I suppose so. Buresh only told me about the mint a while ago.
Did Buresh ever mention that Mint Master Vavak was involved in it?
Not in front of me. Maybe his guard, Little Neri, knew something, but you won't be able to ask him anything anymore.
Give me the map.
Yeah, if you take the road to Old Kutna, you'll reach the place where the abandoned entrance to the mint is. Look here. Can I ask you a question? Why are you doing this?
That's none of your business.
I see. Now you have the map, and since I told you everything, I know I wanted to, you know, please let me go, please.
I'm quite sure you have coin.
Here, I'll go to Kuttenberg and get fixed up there somehow. And if we meet again, I'll make it up to you. You're a good, merciful man.
결국 오늘도 한스는 구하지 못했구만. 신발은
Go! Ja! Ja!
여기구만. 여기 같은데 이걸 어떻게 부시나 이거? 여긴 봐 오늘.
almost got killed. You're the one shooting here. Shame on you.
아니 이게 안 맞아?
Do I want to send Mutt home? Mutt, to Devil's Den.
이건 씨 저범을 지든 개나 소나 다 들고 다니는구만. 놈 어디 갔냐?
For the love of Christ, it was you shooting here. Surprise!
안만 봐도 저기 같은데.
Good to see you again.
No,
You said you were headed to Kuttenberg.
True, true.
Henry,
Pleased to meet you, Henry. I reckon I could teach.
why not?
I'm glad to hear. And it'll cost.
I'd like to learn.
I'm glad. And it'll
You live in...
not be.
Well, then I...
Of course. Stand up, would you?
이 새끼 200원 더 있으면서 씨, 나한테 돈 조금밖에 안 줬네. 아, 여기인가? 아이씨, 지도가 없죠. 엄청 밑에 있네. 하나. 저긴가? 악으로?
Well. Look who's here. I knew from the start you didn't come to the works for nothing. But I underestimated you. An embarrassing mistake. I reckoned you wouldn't find anything. And even if you did, little Neri was supposed to get rid of you.
It turned out the other way round.
Congratulations. His wife and children will surely be beside themselves with joy. What to do with you now, Snooper? We could come to a reasonable agreement, or underground, no one will hear you scream.
Are you trying to offer me something?
If you're reasonable, I'd be willing to pay a tidy...
I need evidence that Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus is involved in this whole affair.
The Mint Master? That's not true. Wouldn't you rather discuss the price of your silence?
How much will you pay me?
Well, what's the price for your silence?
You can't buy me, Buresh.
That's the wrong answer. He can't leave here alive! Finish him!
Save that for banging in nails!
안 들어.
I'm all yours! You wanna try me?
이길 수 있을 거라고 생각해서. 이거 왜 이렇게 기냐? 일단 제일 먼저 처리하고 와봐야겠네요. 어때 내 실력이? 뭐지?
Are you alright in the head? Sort of!
뭐야?
that weapon! Tyrvola!
What are you doing?
콤보 좀 모션 좀 한번 봐보자. 얘 안 죽나 보네. 이렇게 올려치는 건가? 잔인한 음료백이 맞는 것 같은데.
Well, I knew, but I read little Turkun. What wicked underground?
Are you?
If you're...
How much?
Well, are you out of your mind?
You can't buy.
That's...
You can't leave here alive! Finish him!
Come on then!
You want to try me? No shot. You won't get me.
Have you had enough, Buret?
Mercy! For Christ's sake, mercy!
Underground, no one will hear you scream.
No, please! I'll give you anything you want!
I want proof that Mint Master Vavak is involved in this whole scheme.
But I really don't know anything.
그럼
Lying to
뒤져야지.
my face. Out with the truth.
The whole thing was Ulrich's idea. As soon as he became Sigismund's mint master, he got cocky and began to abuse. He grabbed anything he could get his hands on, took away mining rights from anyone. Anyone who wanted to keep his station had to pay him a hefty fee. But that still wasn't enough for him. So he came to me one day with the idea that some of the royal silver might not reach the king at all.
어? 아씨 뭐야 이거. 채팅 안 뜨고 있었네. 이 망할. 새로 고침하니까 뜨네.
Why did he come to you?
The citizens of Kuttenberg didn't like some blow-in turning up to replace Peter of Pisek, and they were even less happy when he started giving them trouble. I'm a stranger here too. I've never had it easy here. Think what you will, but I like Vavag better than all them retards.
So you agreed to help him?
Did I have any other choice? He'd destroy me and find someone else to run this. I hate to say it, but
Wasn't he afraid of Sigismund?
Sigismund came here for the silver. He doesn't care how it gets to him. He trusts the Mint Master he installed. And he's got no way of knowing unless someone...
What was his plan?
Surprisingly simple. Bribe anyone who kept... And to keep the Mint Master free of suspicion, he put me in charge of this whole operation. For a tidy pile of... In the end, it wasn't even that hard. No one had the slightest problem with it, and when somebody got cold feet...
What are you doing with the stolen...
Stolen? Such an ugly word. I prefer diverted.
Whatever.
It's used to mint groschen.
Genuine?
It's simple, really. Our coiners work with genuine coin dies. We're producing beautiful, new, and as no one can tell they're not from the Italian...
About the evidence?
Yes?
I need some proof in my hands. Something that proves Vavak's involvement in...
And I can count on you to make sure my... Will you give me your word?
You can never be sure about that. I'll leave you in suspense.
At the mercy of a stranger. What a twist of fate. Here's the key to the chest. You'll find everything you need there. It's behind that door, in the coiner's room. The key to it is right here on the table. You'd better not talk to the coiners. They're an odd bunch.
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm sure you have something else. Don't tell me you and Vavak didn't exchange letters, for instance.
You must be the devil himself. Here it is. But I'd appreciate it if you kept it to yourself. I'll be on my way. I won't say it was nice to meet you, because that wouldn't be true. I hope we never see each other again.
그 부분을 확실하게 하면 좋을 것 같고. 어떻게 하지? 죽이고
I'll
한번
be happy to
봐볼까?
make sure we don't.
My God, no!
Go to hell!
천 원. 아니면은 얘도 아까 걔처럼 다시 만날 일이 있나? 뭐 기술을 알려준다든지 뭐. 근데 기술이라고 해봐야 뭐 어차피 스킬이라 가지고 저 콤보를 가르쳐주는 건 모르겠지만 기술은 의미가 없는데.
Well, well, well. I knew, but I read little to what we could under...
I need
them. Wouldn't you?
You can't.
That's...
He can't leave him! Are you mad? You'll kill him!
You want to try me?
Show what you're made of!
Have you had it? And you know very well.
But I...
Stop.
The whole... As soon he... Anyone... So he... What the... And they... I must think...
So you
Did I...
wasn't he?
Sigurd... He tried... On...
What?
Surprise... And to... In the... And when...
What are you doing?
Stop...
What?
It's... You,
Genuine.
It's... No...
About the evidence.
Yes?
I need some...
And I... Will you...
You can...
At the... Here's... It's behind that. You'd better not...
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm stunned.
You must hear it. I'll be on... I hope...
Likewise.
뭐야 왜 이렇게 빨라? 난 네가 돈을 많이 갖고 있는 걸 알고 있어. 말 타고 가는 건 아니겠지 이 새끼가. 야야야야. 아이씨 가라고 씨. 진짜 도망치는 건 진짜 빛 같네 진짜 엄청나네. 그 실력으로 막 검수를 배웠으면 무빙이요. 잠깐만 나 근데 이거 말고도 얘 죽이니까 뭐 하나 가지고 있던데? 편지 같은 거? 뭐야?
Well, I knew, but I read little to what wicked conduct. That wouldn't...
You can't...
That's...
He can't leave him married.
Heaven.
You wanna try me?
뚝배기 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 뚝배기
You know, but I stop the whole... He... Any... So he... What this... And I must think... So did I...
Wasn't he a...
Sig... He... On...
What?
Surprised in the... And when...
What are you doing?
Stop... It's...
Genuine.
It's simple. No one...
About...
Yes?
I need some...
And I... Will you...
You can...
At the... Here's... It's behind... You'd better...
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm stunned to...
You must hear it. I'll be... I...
Farewell.
Was so messing around. Ow! Are you looking?
looking for a fight? Oh, Christ!
뭐야?
That's a good one.
이거 봐, 하나 더 있잖아. 친애와 앞서 나눈 대화에 이어. 이거 아까 그 내가 준 내가 준 거구나 이거. 아. 근데 뭐 죽은 거 아니니까 뭐 알아서 해. 죽은 거 아니잖아. 여긴 왜 이렇게 커 이거?
You'd better go before the guards find you.
I'm here to help you.
What are you doing?
Get out of here!
You don't have to worry about the guard.
What about Master Buresh?
I talked to Buresh.
What?
I came to get evidence against Mint Master of Avar.
There are some books in that chest over there, but it's locked.
Leave that to me. I still need the genuine coin die from you.
Everything we do here is clean. Completely.
Except you're minting using stolen silver.
How are we to know where it comes from?
We're just pawns.
Nobody's saying any different. The guards are dead.
Hang on. That's...
It's just the books you're after, isn't it?
We won't tell nobody nothing.
Tell me more about this place.
Look, he made it this far.
You're probably right.
How did you end up here?
Through our own...
We used to work in the mint in the Italian court,
Well,
and the foreman got pissed off and...
then the Mint Master himself came to us and offered us a job on the side. And so...
Who's in charge here?
The Mint is run by Master Buresh and his people.
They're the ones that bring us food and drink. But other than that, he visits every week. A friendly bloke.
We're well taken care of.
Why are they keeping you here?
Well, it's not that we can't...
It's just... discouraged. It's pretty dangerous around here.
Don't you miss the world above?
Not really. Come to think of it, we've got
They even brought some wenches here for us once. But...
We've got plenty of food and drink.
And coin. When they let us go, we'll be...
Why don't you want to leave?
We're just supposed to stay.
And we're told not to go far.
I'll take care of Vavak. You have my word. With the evidence I'll bring against him, when I'm done with him, you'll be the last thing on his mind.
You reckon it's really safe?
I'm sure of it.
So... if he says the guards are gone...
Then we could...
I don't know.
Me neither.
Free!
Free!
너흰 자유야. 이거 보니까 얘네들이랑 싸우는 루트도 있고 방금 얘네들 약간 우회해가지고 저거 열쇠는 제가 락픽으로 따면 되니까 몰래 나가거나 뭐 하는 그런 이렇게 두 가지 있는 것 같은데 그래서 저기 옆에 길이 긴가 봐요. 일로 이어지나 본데? 여기는 뭐야 그럼? 애초에 싸우지 않는 루트가 존재하네.
Go! Quick!
Whoa, whoa.
At your service, sir.
I got the evidence against Mint Master.
Really?
Here. His handwritten records of the whole scheme.
There are names, amounts paid. I'll be damned. This is perfect, Henry. Where did you find this?
Vavak had a secret mint where coins were minted from the silver they stole.
He obviously had it all worked out to the last. Did you have any trouble getting it?
The owner of the smelting works, Buresh, tried to stop me.
What deal?
I let him go in exchange for him telling...
I understand. He's clever enough to know when he's walking on thin ice. Be it as it may, I'll get in touch with Buresh and have a talk. There's one more thing. Was there anyone else in that mint?
There were some coiners being held prisoner.
Jesus Christ!
Vavak locked them up there to work for him.
My God! He really is an unscrupulous
I did, but it took some persuading.
Thank God for that. When you talked to them, did you see a coin die anywhere?
이거 가지고 뭐 할 수 있는 게 있나?
They gave it to me quite willingly.
I'm curious.
Here.
What the? It's genuine! That means all the groschen minted from the silver stolen by Vivak are absolutely clean! In any case, we uncovered something big, Henry. But I'm afraid no matter what Master Buresh told you at the mint, no one will believe us.
Luckily, I've got this. A letter from Vavak to Master Buresh. He actually gave it to me willingly, for letting him go.
This really is the love. But be that as it may, we know enough. I've been thinking it all over while you were gone. The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has been running under our noses. But it's also one of the cleverest fraudulent schemes. With those books in Retard's hands, Vivak won't remain long in his post. And it's now pretty clear who will replace him. And a side income like that could prove useful to many people.
You want to keep stealing from the king?
Oh, come on. Sigismund isn't our rightful king. The less silver he gets his paws on, the less he can pay to his Hungarian cutthroats.
맞는 말이긴 하지.
You're right about that.
Now, listen. Here's the plan. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, processing the ore in the works, a secret mint. Only there would be a change in management. I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Hammond in the mines. A miner jumps at coin like a...
What happened to Herman and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked. Things like that can get you killed.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. I'll have to arrange a deal with Master Buresh. But knowing him, he won't be opposed to a reasonable, and I'll take care of the coiners myself. Nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail Vivak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about the whole scheme. I've got a little something here for you, and I'll give you something extra for the genuine coin die. All you have to do is nod.
I just want to save my lord, Hans Capon.
I'm not interested in your motives, Henry. I don't know what you and Ruttard agreed on. That's between you and him. You've heard my offer.
Doesn't that mean you'll be stealing from Ruttard?
Do me a favor. Ruttard will want to be in on it.
How can you be so sure?
If there's one thing I've learnt about silver, it's that it's got one special property. It never stinks. It surely doesn't smell bad to you either, eh?
It's too great a risk, if you ask me. We could all end up dead.
If we learn from Vivak's and Beresh's mistakes, we'll be fine. Well, what do you say?
I can't promise you that.
And why, if you don't mind my asking? The deal is mutually beneficial.
I'm not a cheat.
This is Kuttenberg, Henry. Either you're cheating or you're being cheated. Which part do you want to play?
I'm simply not going to cheat.
Who do you think you're helping, eh? You think you're a hero?
My conscience.
You'll never get an offer like that again in your life.
그래서
But
나한테 좋은 게
so be
뭐가
it.
있는데?
It's none of my business. You made your bed, now lie in it. I'll keep my promise. Here's your books, and here are the copies of the books from the mines and the smelting works for comparison.
Thank you.
It should help the Ruttards. Or maybe not. I'm not sure it was all worth it. Now leave me alone, please.
아니면 일단 제안은 받은 다음에 이걸 했어야 됐나? 걔가 이런 제안을 했다. 야, 진짜 상세하게 다 적어놨네. 응? 얘 왜 여기 위에 올라와 있어? 아, 이제 근데 한스 구출하고 뭐 하면 이제 슬슬 끝나지 않을까요, 이거? 이제 슬슬 여기도 많이 싸돌아다니기도 해가지고. 근데 메인 퀘로 치면 한스 구출하는 데까지 그렇게 오래 걸린 메인 퀘만 했다고 하면은 그렇게 오래 걸린 편은 아닐 텐데, 여기까지 오는데. 모르겠네요, 이거. 그래도 한 2, 3일 안으로는 끝나지 않을까 싶긴 한데. 일단 여기 앞에서 저장하고.
At your service. Sir.
I got the...
Really?
Here.
I'll be... Where did you...
Vavak.
He obviously... Did you have...
The owner...
What?
I let him...
I understand. There's one...
There was some...
Jesus.
Vavak.
My...
I did.
When you took...
They gave it...
I'm kidding.
Here.
What the... That means... In any... But I'm a...
Luckily, actually...
This... But be... I've been to ski. But... With those... And it's not to me...
Who do you mean?
Maybe... Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in... Only there would be a... I'll have to find... Mine had...
What happened to...
Not long after you left, and they found...
You think it's...
Who knows? Shh, they're both good. I'll have to... And I'll take nothing real... I've got it... And I'll give you... If... Well...
I'm no...
This isn't theft. A mutually beneficial arrangement. You understand.
It's theft.
Who do you think you help?
My conscience.
You'll never get... But here's your book.
Thank you.
It should... Now leave...
아, 여기서 바로 끝나네. 이거 그 뭐 하드 난이도도 있다 그러던데 아마 엔딩 보면 나오는 것 같은데, 저도 솔직히
I got the...
Really?
Here.
다음 게임이 없었다면은 아마 해봤을 것
You obviously... Did you
같아요.
have...
The owner...
What?
근데 이제 모넌도 나오고 뭐 3월에 카잔도 나오고 뭐 하니까
I...
I understand. There's
아마
one...
이거 다시 그 처음부터 다시 이제 하드 난이도로 해볼 시간이 없지 않을까. 나중에 DLC 나올 때쯤이면 모르겠는데.
They get...
I'm kidding.
Here.
What the... That means... In any... But I'm a...
Luckily, actually...
This... But be... I've been to ski. But... With those books... And it's not to me...
Who do you...
Maybe... Everything would stay the same. Only they... I'll have to... Mine.
What happened?
Not long after they found...
You think...
Who knows? Shh, they're both... I'll have... And I'll take nothing really... I've got... And I'll...
Doesn't that...
Do me a favor.
How can...
If they... Sure.
I just...
I'm not in... You've heard...
That's too...
If... Well... Excellent. But don't forget, you can blackmail Vavar. Here's your secret records and copies of the book.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And give my regards to Sir Kunzling.
일단 가서 얘기 이거 뭐 그대로 두고 우리가 계속 빼돌리자라는 얘기를 할 수 있는지 선택지에서 한번 봐볼게요. 아니 솔직히 막말로 저거 빼돌려서 나한테 뭐 꾸준히 달마다 돈 줄 것도 아닌데 내가 저거 해서 득되는 게 뭐야? 전원만 배불리는 거지.
Easy, good horse.
Good day. Ow! Don't you that hurt?
No chance. Where will I go?
진짜 얘가 만약에 좋아한다고 하면 모르겠지만.
The Lord Jesus Christ be
Forever and...
I'm Henry. I've got pressing news for Lord Rookhart. Take me to him. He's...
Ah, Henry. I'll let you in. Shimek will take you to the Lord. I hope he'll find the time to listen to what you have for him. You're not the first to come to him today, see?
Well, we're here, but you'll have to wait a while.
아가리
See,
시메크?
Lord Ruthard has an important visitor, and it seems they haven't finished yet.
아가리 시메크 이름이 아가리야.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz? Will he support us?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund, and now he's stuck with him.
Sakra.
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him, Sigismund will denounce him as a rebel.
Damn it! Has always counting groschen not left room for a grain of...
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased when the Hungarian king himself was boasting that he'll be in charge of some church talks in the Italian court. There's no way we'll change his mind.
But you've been to see other councillors too, haven't you? Have you any good news from anyone?
Unfortunately not. Some of them are beholding to Sigismund for their office, and some are worried about ending up, forgive me, friends, like you and Peter of Pisek.
Christ above! That's exactly what Sigismund wants.
Divide et impera. God knows, that ginger fox is a master of dividing and conquering.
You are absolutely correct, my lady, especially when everyone can see your problems. I've heard that Mint Master Vavak is still...
The devil take that bastard!
Gentlemen, and my lady, sorry to interrupt, but I have some new tidings about our Mint Master. I've heard about his crimes against the crown, and it's no trivial pilfering.
Are you sure the accusations are true?
I've got proof of everything.
Ha! God bless you, lad. Finally, some good news.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day. Who do I have the honor of addressing?
Martin, this is Henry, our ally from Liechtenstein. Henry, this is Sir Martin Odorin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of King Wenceslas, as no doubt you've already deduced.
Sir, my friend Godwin gave me a ring for you. He said you'd help me if I needed it.
Godwin? Really? Well, you choose peculiar friends.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what isn't his. But I'll help you if need be, although not on account of that ring.
Sir Kunslin!
Shimek? What's going on?
아가리
Mint Master
시메크.
Vavak is heading here with an armed cohort.
Right now?
Let him come. He'll be surprised what I've got on him.
Henry's right. If he helps us again like last time, we have nothing to fear.
I agree. Let Vavar come. Shimek, place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbowman on the stairs. Then gather whoever you can find and join us in the yard.
Certainly, right away, sir.
Henry, we're counting mainly on you. I hope your findings are worth a dozen armed men.
100 at least, sir. You'll see.
I'll help you into your armor, Papa.
But quickly, and then go to your chambers and lock yourself in.
What? I'm going with you.
No. So go to your room, take your precious crossbow, and if things turn out badly, shoot any of Vavark's whoresons who stick their noses through the door. If something were to happen to me, you're the next in line in our family. Don't forget that.
I love you, Papa. God Almighty, hold your protective hand above us.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you, is it? The gates of hell are especially looking forward to your visit. But you're more than well aware of that, eh? Since you don't dare leave home without a horde of men-at-arms.
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree, sir?
Weigh your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for anyone who might threaten us.
Threat? A warning, more like. A friendly warning from the Royal Mint Master. Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your mining rights to me. If we agree, neither you nor your family will have anything to fear. If not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your bosom. And this time, you'll lose not only your fortress, but also your honor and status.
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? Do you imagine you could do as you please just because you have Sigismund's favor? That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing in your bosom, to cite your own words, sir. Only, considering what I know, you might lose a little more than your honor. Like your head, for what it's worth.
How dare you?
Henry, kindly inform the Royal Mintmaster what is being said about him.
The word is you're conspiring with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett, sir, to falsify the mining records together. In other words, you're stealing the royal silver. And what's more, taking it to a secret mint where you forge your own coin with the royal stamp. And that's a capital crime. What do you suppose Sigismund might do when he finds out his own mint master is robbing him? Especially when he's desperate for every last groschen.
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective, sir. So from now on, you will leave me and my family be. Or your king will hear of your shenanigans.
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my words.
Are you trying to threaten the Royal Mint Master again? And with nothing but common slander? You haven't learned much since the last time.
Well, we've not had much time for that. We've been fully occupied with collecting evidence. Isn't that so, Henry?
I know about your account ledgers and the ones from Buresh. The real ones, that prove how you carried out this fraud.
You've made up those books. Or do you actually have them on you?
Of course not. Do you think we're completely stupid? We've got copies here. The original books are safely stashed away out of your reach.
Exactly. And if anything happens to us, they'll see to it that King Sigismund and the town council will hear all about Hermes Trismegistos silver skimming business.
So, do you want to chance your luck? Or come to an agreement?
Captain!
Sir!
This matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office. I'll resolve it here with these gentlemen in private.
Are you sure, sir?
Yes, damn it! Do what I say! Wait for me by the gate.
Let us step inside. Let's give the Mint Master the privacy he requests.
Gentlemen, I expect you'll keep this entire matter to yourselves. And I expect you'll be wanting something in return.
The executioner is far from here. So I'll be standing in for him today. God knows what kind of man you are. May God have mercy on my soul.
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mint Master. Wait, we got off on the wrong foot.
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
You're right. I underestimated you. I made a mistake.
You certainly did, sir. A big mistake.
The only question is, how much your mistake is going to cost you.
Don't do anything rash, Kunzlin. I understand you're angry, but he could come in useful.
That's true. Intelligent people can always reach an agreement that benefits everyone, and...
You're right. I'm more than angry. Swear you leave me and my family in peace, and our mining rights will remain untouched.
You have my word. I swear it.
Good. You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of use to us, I'll leave it to him. I'm not in the mood for this.
Right. You said intelligent people can come to an agreement. So let's see. We need to know what Sigismund's planning.
Spy on the king? You can't ask that of me.
It doesn't sound like you want to come to an agreement.
You can't.
We can, and we will.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, or Sigismund learns all about it. Then you'd have to run damn far to avoid the chopping block.
Henry's right. So don't even think about double-crossing us. You've a lot more to lose than we do.
And don't forget about your oath either.
아니 근데 아까 걔가 다 알고 있는데 걔가 고발하는 거 아니에요?
Excellent. And now get out of my house.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too, Kunzlin. I've still got some affairs to deal with today. At least I can see our mint master out. I'm sure he'll be delighted to tell me many interesting
걔가
things.
말하면은 얘는 그냥
I'll go with you,
그
Martin.
스파이 역할 못 하는 거
I
아닌가?
hope we'll soon meet again in more pleasant circumstances. Ha ha! Now that was a good one. The mighty Mint Master strode in like a lion and then crawled out like a whipped dog. Oh, I can breathe a lot easier now we've got rid of that bastard. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books. I'll hide them in a safe place, just in case he gets any ideas.
Good idea, sir. Here they are.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job, and I'll never forget your help.
Well, you can return the favor right away, sir. You promised to help me get into Malashov.
I did, and I'll keep that promise. There's a secret passage leading out of Malashov, and you could avail of it in the opposite direction.
A secret passage? That's a godsend. Von Burgov won't have an inkling.
He won't. It's well hidden. We didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time. Until Rosa discovered it in the fortress one day. She can best explain to you how to find it. She should be in a room. It's up the stairs. You'll see the door on your left.
All right, I'll ask her. Thank you very much, Sir Kunzlin.
Don't thank me yet.
그거 얘기는 안
Most of
하나?
it is still ahead of you.
우리가 다시 꽁치는 거?
Nobody will be expecting me. The passageway is an advantage that works on my side. Besides, I've got my spy coat on, which makes me hard to spot. I can deal with any locks. And if I come across anyone, I'll take him out without a sound or a trace.
Well, it looks like you know what you're doing, and that you've done it before. I'll pray for your success. It would help us in more ways than you probably realize.
What do you mean, in more ways?
Isn't it obvious? We've been sitting with our arms folded until now. And where has it got us? We look helpless, and it's difficult to find allies. But if you liberate Lord Capon, right from under von Burgov's nose, the word will spread like wildfire throughout the land, and von Burgov will look like a fool, and he'll lose a strong advantage in parleying. That would help convince some of those who are hesitant about joining us in the fight against Sigismund and...
You're right. I hadn't thought of the other consequences. And I reckon even Jobst hasn't realized. Thanks again. As soon as I speak to Rosa, I'll head out right away. I'll get Lord Capon out of Malashov if it's the last thing I do.
You've no lack of courage, son. But you shouldn't count on that alone. Be careful. And good luck. I'll at least look at the books you brought. I'm very curious about what there is on Vavak and how he did it all.
I wish you a pleasant read. There's more than enough on him in there. How did you become a knight?
I paid for it. When Malashov was vacated, I bought that fortress. Then it was entered into the land register. There were still some legal requirements around, but personally, I'm pleased that in the history of our house...
You can simply buy a title?
Definitely not just like that. It's not at all such an unusual practice among... In Prague, for example, there used to be the Rokitsan-Berger family, and it may also happen that some commoner lends the king a lot of money, and the king doesn't have the coin to pay back the debt. Nevertheless, the old nobility, such as Vavak von Hradec, don't like it, and they despise us for it. But I think in a few generations, if I ever will be established among the nobility, I pray that my house will endure.
Well, enjoy your well-deserved spurs. What's the political situation in the city?
All in all, Bailiff Plymel is also on Sigismund's side, as is his son, who's so corrupt even Vavak. And I tested the waters among the councillors, but it doesn't look good for us.
Who sits on the city council?
Wenceslaus Forsuker, Jerome Naz, Franz Rosenthal, and Andrew Polner. They're from the old and rich Berger family. Martin tried to negotiate some support from them, but as you may have heard, they either have their interests connected with Sigismund, or they just don't want to commit themselves, so they don't lose their property and status.
But they don't sit alone on the council.
They don't. Then there are the representatives of the guilds. But to be honest, compared to the old houses, the guild masters only quite recently acquired, so they probably won't risk loot. But you're right that we might find support among them, especially by promising more council seats. The thing is, we're not yet in a position to fulfill such a promise.
And what about Vavak? He sits on the council.
He does, along with other representatives of the Italian court, and they'll do what he tells them. Except maybe Friedrich Kummel. Vavak is a slimy bastard who'll sink us as soon as he gets the chance, because as soon as he learns something he could exchange for a pardon...
Thank you for filling me in.
Well, there wasn't much positive in it.
And what about the church? You can see Sedlet's monastery from the city.
He does. First of all, the abbot is burning through his property. The monastery's having financial difficulty. And who do you think is buying them up? Then there's a long-standing dispute over the manning of...
Well, then how about promising the abbot support and getting him on our side? Promises cost nothing, right?
Ha ha! I see you're no newcomer. But we hesitated with the abbot, and he decided to throw in his lot with Sigismund. In fact...
It's not like he had a lot of choice.
Oh, he did. A lot is permitted by the law of the church.
Sigismund has a whole army behind him.
Do you think Sigismund would attack a monastery? All he'd get from it would be a pile of old bones. No, Sigismund doesn't need the abbot. But the abbot needs him.
I'm glad we took care of Vavak without resorting. They outnumbered us, and they had heavy armor.
If the worst came to the worst, we'd... But otherwise, I agree with you. After all, I've already fought my hardest battle, and...
If I may be so bold, can I ask what the hardest battle...
Not long ago, when Sigismund's army besieged Kuttenberg. Back then, I saw things differently than I do today. I feared, and rightly so, that Sigismund would use... But I was in the minority, and even my son Venser was convinced of the opposite. We quarreled a lot over that. In the end, he told me that even though I had acquired noble status, he wanted to prove the Knights of Malashov didn't wear, and that we'd earned the armored arm in our crest. When an opportunity arose to strike against the enemy, he rode out.
죽은 건가?
I understand where this is going. I'll pray for your son's soul.
Thank you. God be with you.
Oh, excuse me.
아가리 시맥. 아니 근데 걔가 그 은광 계속 빼돌린다고 하는데 그거 되는 건가 그거? 걔한테 애초에 장 안 줄 수도 있는 건가?
Your father sent me.
So I can tell you how to get to our fortress. A task for the lowest lackey, wouldn't you say? Well, you don't need to answer that.
Right, yeah. That's exactly why he sent me. But how...
What are you staring at? Do you think I was born yesterday? I was listening to you from the top of the stairs. So, this passage, it leads to the cellars, but the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest, not far from the castle. You can find the exact place if you know where and how to look.
Is it in a cave hidden behind a waterfall?
Well, no. But it would be nice. Listen, nearby Malashov is a stud farm managed by Hashtal, an old friend of Papa's. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads before the stud farm.
A wayside shrine? How do you mean?
Are you a Christian at all? Never mind. It's a big white column. You can't miss it. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group of boulders. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You have to find it, and then there's a kind of... how can I describe it? A window. A gap you can look through.
If it's still standing.
I hope so too. Anyway, it should direct you towards some ruins. Go there. And now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. You have to find it and look where its top points to. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one, and again follow the direction it's pointing in. That should lead you to a small clearing, marked by a cross in the rocks. You dig there, and you should get to the passageway.
Holy shit.
Shit, that's damn complicated.
Of course it is. That's how I designed it. After all, you don't want any old idiot to find the secret passageway to your castle.
True enough. But call me an idiot.
이거 설마 내가 또 마킹 안 찍어주는 건가 이거?
Maybe in a while. But first we have to discuss something more important. Getting into the castle is the easy part. Don't forget, you have to get out too.
You're right. Horses will be needed. For me and for Capon.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Fortunately, I know how to arrange that. Stop off at the stud farm I told you about, and ask Hashtal for horses.
Are you serious? I'll just introduce myself and he'll give me horses just like that.
Exactly. Please tell Hashtal that Papa is still paying for masses for his dead father, as agreed years ago. And even if he's not too keen, tell him we'll pay him for the horses.
You got it well figured out. Thanks. Don't know how I'd manage without you.
You've done plenty to help, and now it's our turn. Papa said something like that, didn't he? You know, you might not be aware of it, but you saved us from a mountain of trouble. Papa would never admit it, but alone, we wouldn't be able to resist the Mint Master for long. You've earned the right to the gratitude and friendship of our house for all time.
같이 갑시다. 뭐야?
Would you like to come with me? At least I'll be sure to find that place.
Would you seriously want me there? What if something were to go wrong? Wouldn't a girl like me be more of a burden to you?
Well, you wouldn't be a burden to me. Quite the opposite. I've already seen you know how to take care of yourself.
Thank you, but I can't go nevertheless. Papa would jump out of his skin if he even heard of such a thing. That's why I would like to ask you for one favor, but you mustn't breathe a word of it to anyone. Understand?
I'm listening.
I wanted to ask you, since you're going to be at Malashov, if you could bring me something from there.
And what might that be?
A book. It has great value to me, and I was starting to worry it would stay there forever. But if you're going there now...
And what book is this that's so important?
It's hard to explain to someone uninitiated in the mysteries of writing.
What do you mean, uninitiated? I happen to know how to read.
Really? Mea culpa. You are full of surprises.
개무시하네.
So if you do find the book, you'll be able to read it.
Well, yeah. That's the way it goes with books.
In that case, I'm not going to make it easy for you. If you'd like to know why it's so important to me, you'll have to find it first.
Fear not, my lady. I'll gladly tear the entire fortress apart to find that book for you.
그
Strength,
얘한테
valiant knight. I value your determination, but this way would give yourself away immediately, and I'd remain without my
무슨
book.
쇠뇌가
Find it
있다고
nice and
했는데.
quietly, then come back.
Your wish is my command.
여긴 보니까 지금 아니면 문도 안
It's bound in
열어주는 것
scarlet
같은데.
leather and inlaid with gold. You won't find many like such there. And take this, so you don't get lost in the fortress.
Thank you.
It is quite possible you won't get back to Malashov again. So don't forget about me. And Henry, be careful.
Oh, and about that... How did you find that secret?
I'm glad you ask, because it's a really interesting story. It all started when I was 12. One morning, I found a bat nailed to the Malashov gate. Peculiar, eh?
Not really. Bats are creatures of the night. They flit around while good Christians are asleep, often carrying out the will of witches, or even the devil himself. But a bat nailed up actually repels all evil, and protects the house against sickness.
Well now, I have to admire your knowledge. That's exactly what the chambermaid told me too. The thing that I was most interested in was where they got that bat. You know, I was awfully inquisitive back then. Embroidery wasn't exactly my passion, and Papa forbade me from riding out into the woods.
Aye, I know all about that. Not that I ever embroidered, but Pa never let me stray too far.
Parents have no understanding for the adventurous. But back to the bats. I found out from the guards that they caught the poor creatures somewhere in the cellars. So I went to have a look there and found I followed them for a while, and I noticed that in one corner they simply disappeared into... I was full of curiosity, and I talked Papa into having the wall demolished. I remember there was even a priest there at the time, and he wasn't at all happy about it. He was afraid we'd dig into hell, but as you probably guessed, there was nothing behind the wall but a
My word, you're right. That is a really good story. You're really sharp. And hard-headed when you latch onto something.
Hard-headed? Aren't you a bit impertinent? I'd rather say determined.
Why did your people mark the passage from outside?
Papa came up with that. He said one never knows what might happen. Why do you ask anyway? Would you rather search all over the woods for it?
No. It's really smart. Have you ever used the passage?
No, it's never been needed. Thank God. But everything is ready there. There's a strong door and a ladder. That ought to give us enough time to get to the end and...
Sorry, I've got a bit lost.
I've told you already, haven't I? Have you really forgotten? At the crossroads near Hushtal's stud farm is a wayside shrine. Nearby is a group of boulders by the road. Behind them, you'll find another chapel, an old one. When you look through the gap in it, you'll see ruins on the hill opposite. Go there and look for a stone cross. Go in the direction at the top of the... Again, carry on the way that the cross is pointing, and you should come to a small clearing where there's a cross.
Sure. And there I start to...
And don't forget to take a torch.
여기 적혀 있나? 야, 씨, 안 적혀 있긴 한데 설명이 뭐 나쁘지 않은. 여기는 그래도 왼쪽 오른쪽 이런 건 아니고 십자가 뭐 이런 거라 가지고. 말상인에서 기도소 여기서 뭐 바위 더미가 보인다고 있고 거기로 가다 보면은 이거 말하는 건가? 무슨 페어가? 거기서 뭐 창문 틈으로 뭐 보면은 페어가 보이고 페어에서 십자가 2번 따라가면 된다고 했나? 아, 여기 페어인가 보네 이거. 오케이. 일단 저장을 하고요. 아, 뭐야 이 새끼 이거. 들어가도 되네 일단. 되게 유니크한 세뇌라고 생각했는데 돈 되는 게 없냐. 씨. 여기 나한테는 다시 못 오는 것 같은데 문을 저기 잠겨 있잖아요. 뭔가 느낌상.
I see you, you thief. Halt!
오케이. 자, 일단 오늘은 여기까지 하고요. 아침에 7시에 수오프라는데 이거 일어날 수 있으려나 모르겠다 이거. 일단 일어날 수 있으면은 한 6시 한 4, 50분? 아무튼 6시 반? 6시 반에서 7시 사이에 일어나가지고 잠깐 수업을 같이 보는 걸로 하고요. 그 다음에 또 잠깐 아무튼 그거 보고 방종하고 저는 조금 쉬다가 그 낮에 다시 또 이어서 열심히 하도록 할게요. 네, 다들 수고 많으셨고요. 저는 이만 방종하고 아침에 뵐 수 있으면 아침에 뵙도록 하겠습니다. 다들 그러면 안녕히 계세요. 바이바이.